JB Rants, it's official. Let's do some, let's watch, let's watch some fucking internet stuff and see what happens. Because no one knows the fucking crazy things they share on the internet these days. Alright, so I give myself a number 1 star. Hey, Dr. Fish, what up? Hope you're well. Well, I'm weird as fuck, but yes, I'm well. I hope you're well as well, Dr. Fish. I just got this figured out quick. 2 watching. Wow, this isn't even a show. Alright, share. Share screen. Click. Share screen. Done. Go to Chrome. Tab. Share YouTube. Hit share. Do it. Do it, you shit fuck. Alright, there we go. Alright, so now I can be on StreamYard for no reason. And I can play things that I like to watch on StreamYard from YouTube. I've got that all set up. So we're going to start with Financial Turmoil Explained. Financial Turmoil Explained. Come on, new operating system. Financial Turmoil Explained. Wow.
That face that is usually covered by her phone has finally made an appearance. That face wouldn't be doing that if you weren't staying at a Verbo lake house. Your together awaits. Find it with Verbo.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the show. Today is Monday, the 8th of March, 2020. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Now, let's get started right now. Let's open up the charts right here. Just a second here. Click off of this. The SLF is possibly coming to an end at the end of March here, in the first day of April. I'm watching this very carefully to see what the Fed's decision on this is going to be. It says you might not know it, but there's another SLF cliff looming at the end of this year, the end of the first quarter of this year. The supplementary leverage ratio seeks to impose liquidity and capital charges, especially on the largest banks, because institutions like Bear Stearns and Lehman Brothers have figured out how to manipulate the SLF's predecessor capital ratios, disguising otherwise risky assets as safe, using perfectly legal means, including instruments like credit default swaps. Global banks everywhere manage to make the most efficient use of their balance sheet space. So what's happening is if this SLR ends at the end of this month, and the Fed's going to decide on it, we could see a rather stiff market drop. That's basically the size of it. But the market's being buoyed right now on all the stimulus. I mean, they're getting drunk on it, And so I'll tell you what my take on it is. I think they're going to extend it. I think the Fed's going to extend it come the end of this month. But we haven't heard the decision yet of what they're going to do. Now, here's another thing I want to talk about too. You see all these stories out there. Now, this one comes from Zero Hedge. It says they're too busy front-running inflation right now. Nobody sees the deflationary tsunami that's coming, and they talk about this deflation, this huge deflation that's coming. I'm going to tell you, it would. It's ready to happen. Any withdrawal now from the money printing and the money creation would bring a huge deflation. And in a deflation like that, dollars would disappear, like they would just vanish, because the dollar is nothing more than a debt instrument. They've created all these dollars from debt, and they have to keep expanding the debt in order to keep creating dollars. Otherwise, the dollars all evaporate. So they can't let it happen. And because the whole system would basically just completely collapse if they let deflation get away. And, they're not too worried about deflation. The deflationists are the guys that are worried about deflation right now.
You're a small business with big goals, and Sage Accounting can help you reach them. With time-saving automated invoices, expense tracking, and payments from anywhere at any time. Sage Accounting. Sign up for a free trial today at sage.com.
Are you looking to step up your option trading strategies? For a limited time, I'm offering my quick start guide to option trading for free. So I've taken all of my experience over the last 25 plus years and put it into 3 magic steps. What is the goal of those 3 magic steps? Obviously, to maximize our profits, but just as importantly, it is to minimize risk. I'm Scott Bauer, and I'm the CEO of Prosper Trading Academy. What makes my course different? I pride myself on the ability to simplify options trading. Thousands of students have learned my option strategies right here with me.
I joined a year and a half ago, and I'm up about 116,000 in 2018, and love every minute of it. It's given me the freedom and flexibility to work from home.
You will learn the same strategies that my students inside my option volatility class learn every single day. I started down on the CBOE back in 1992, went on to become vice president for Goldman Sachs, and you can see me daily on some of the networks like TD Ameritrade Network, Bloomberg, CNBC, and Fox Business.
From the CBO in Chicago is Scott Bauer, CEO of Prosper Trading Academy.
Look at a trader's perspective from Scott Bauer. He joins us from the CME in Chicago.
Scott Bauer is in Chicago, senior strategist at Prosper Trading Academy.
Let's take a look at what's happening with Scott Bauer here for our trader rundown.
Click learn more to get my quick start guide to trading options.
The Fed and these big boys up there, they're not worried about deflation. They know they got the endless printer, and they know what they can do to deflation. Ben Bernanke, Fed chairman, he was the one before Janet Yellen came in. He said it best. He said, if we have to, we will dump money out of helicopters. They can create endless amounts of it. Of course, as they create it, the debt keeps going higher and higher and higher. And that's what we see happening. They're creating it. They're holding back the deflation. The debt's going higher and higher and higher. So what does this lead to in the end? All this creation of money. It leads to there having to be a default. In the end, there has to be a default. There's no way around it. The default's coming very soon because they're creating more and more money to try to keep up. So what's the default going to be? Well, they could let the system deflate. That would be a default. And they would have to renege on all of their obligations. Treasuries renege. They'd have to renege on Social Security. They'd have to ain't gonna happen, guys, because it's not politically it's like drinking a cup full of vinegar. It ain't gonna happen. Politically, it would just destroy whoever did it. That's deflation. So they're just gonna keep kicking the can, create more and more money. So I said a minute ago, there has to be a default. How they're gonna default is they are gonna destroy the purchasing power of the dollar. That's the default. The default's the inflation. That's how they're going to do it, because they can keep pushing this thing off and pushing it off. And there's never really a hard default. It's a soft default that takes a long period of time.
VTech.
Nobody's held responsible.
I'm out of here anyway.
And this is exactly what they're going to do.